Welcome back to the Modeling and Wellbeing podcast, where you can learn the ins and outs of modeling and also gain tips to better care for your holistic well-being. This is your girl, Larissa, and this space is designed for us to learn, grow, and empower one another. So, Lego. If I could be honest with you all, creating this podcast felt somewhat risky. I wasn't sure how the mix of a model and a well-being podcast will be received, or if it would feel slightly confusing for people. And maybe that is the case. But to hear your supportive feedback and reviews have been so humbling for me. I love that some of you have shared with me that even though you aren't into modeling, some of the themes and the concepts from those episodes are still encouraging and uplifting for you. So, thank you so much for the feedback. It truly allows me to feel somewhat validated. But more importantly, that my purpose of serving here is touching some of your lives. And I hope that you all continue to gain the value that you need throughout the life of this podcast. This reminds me of the episode where I shared the power of community, like, yas, and why we need each other, which was a very powerful episode for me. And so I am excited to just continue creating this tribe through the platform. Well, I went to a recent model workshop through my agent here in Atlanta, and it was a blast, y'all. Like, I'm so happy that I went. It reminded me that just in general, each of us have been probably doing something for a while, and we might consider ourselves at an advanced level, right? And the workshop just reminded me that no matter if you've been in your line of work for a while, for years, if you are a parent, a property owner, etc., it's still so nice to keep learning and perfecting our craft, hearing different voices in the industry so that you can keep learning and gaining perspectives. That's how this workshop was for me. I particularly enjoyed the small bits of information that truly helped me strengthen my model walk. Like, I am talking literally night and day. I felt and feel so much more confident about my walk. And it cleared up just a lot of things that I was frustrated about that I just could not figure out in the moment. Information like the power of smaller steps and how to keep your weight on the back legs to really emphasize the hips and elongate the legs. It makes a difference. Models, my tip to you, go to those workshops. It is not as intimidating as you think. You just never know what you can learn and who you can even meet. Because remember, the game of modeling has tons and tons to do with networking, just like a lot of other jobs. You could literally get booked through workshops. So just keep thinking big. You just never know. And during the workshop, I did attend. A lot of the models there were ready to learn. They were ready to make mistakes and get better, just like me. So it's basically like a room full of supportive cheerleaders who all want the same thing, all have the same goals, and want to see you win too, girl. We also talk through model bag must-haves, and that's what I really want to focus on today because it was just, again, great reminders. A lot of what was shared was things that I was already aware of, but little nuggets that I was like, oh, I never thought about it that way, or oh, I could totally add that to my model bag. So let's get into what you should have in your model bag. Well, first of all, Larissa, why do we even need a model bag and why is that important? Well, we've talked a lot about preparation on the podcast, and what I've learned throughout my model career so far is that the smallest details count. It will help you get noticed, it will help you get rebooked and be more respected as a professional when you are coming extra super duper prepared. With that, we are going to go through a few essential items and extra items that you want to consider including into your bag during every audition and or model shoot. Of course, my bag may look slightly different than many other models or many other model coach advices. So just as a rule of thumb, I always like to say do what you feel is best for you and your personal situation and how you want to apply any advice that's helpful for you. I'm all here for it. I support you 100% either way. In most cases, your agent or the job will inform you on what you need. And in other cases, they will not. You will not know what to bring. You will have zero instructions on what to bring on set. So it's always best to get into this rhythm of packing your bag the night before, getting extra prepared on packing the smallest of things. I like to say, like, just imagine that you are going on vacation or maybe a vacation each time you will be on set because literally, I feel like everything that I'm going to list, you're like gonna say in your head, okay, I might as well just pack my whole house. Yes, you might as well. Let's start with some good old hygiene, shall we? I have to start with this one. You want to be as clean as possible, please, please. Coming on set, and we may even need a little refresher. Maybe we are a little bit nervous and we're sweating, or we forgot to do something like shaving. Whoops, it happens to the best of us. So it's helpful to bring deodorant, a face towel, and maybe even like a baby size trial size soap, lotion or oil to keep you all nice and moisturized, breath mint or gum, having an extra razor in your bag, some feminine products in case you start, God forbid, during set, hand sanitizer. I've even had small things like cotton swabs and Q-tips in my bag too, and a few band-aids because again, you never know. Undergarments are equally as important for those of you that wear bras. Bring a black and nude strapless bra, a black and nude bra with a strap. You might even want to consider bringing a wireless bra. Bring nude undies, maybe a thong and full butt underwear, the same in black, and a pair of socks, just like a pair of black socks or a pair of white socks. Embarrassing story here. Oh my gosh. I was in the midst of a fashion show. We were all backstage getting ready and I just didn't have the right underwear at all. Like I don't know what I was thinking. I was not prepared. And so I was going around asking girls if they had a pair of stockings that I could wear under the piece that I was wearing. And so a model was so kind, so nice to give me a brand new pair of stockings. Like literally, it was in the package. And then I just cash apped her the day after. But I cut it up into underwear. I remember when I was going around, this model was like, and I knew her, like, we were in almost every show together. She's like, Rissa, did you leave your underwear at home? I was like, maybe. So, undies are a big deal. You want to also avoid printed undies because you just don't know what you'll be wearing and you don't want to cause any distractions. Just keep it nice and simple and neat down there. Target is my go-to for those basic undergarments because they're cheap. I mean, if you ever need to get some fresh ones, they're really affordable and you just have them just chilling in your drawers. You could also consider buying pasties for your nipples. If you don't feel comfortable changing fully naked and you're in a show and it's super fast paced, or if you're in some sort of shoot where you really need to quickly change, pasties are going to be great because it covers at least some part of your breast area and makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. So I've seen models do that as well. I think having a black and or nude tank top or strapless tops are really nice as well. Stockings are great too. I mean, maybe you need to give that to a model that was in my shoes at one point and need, that for personal reasons. But a pair of black stockings and nude stockings is always nice to have in your bag. Let's go into shoes. Shoes are a big deal. Many times when you are on a shoot, they may not have shoes for you, they may not have your correct size, unless possibly you're walking for a high designer or you're shooting for a bigger brand that will provide some of those things. And you want to have a few different types of shoes in your bags, or one of each, however you want to organize it. For runway, you want black pumps, nude pumps, metallic pumps, and maybe even a pair of boot heels in your bag. Ideally, you want nice quality shoes for runway. The higher the shoe, the it's perceived to be more runway-y, right? It's more high fashion. So consider going to Nordstrom for designer heels at a discount. I promise you, you can luck up. I once got a pair of shoes that were originally $70 for $15 at Nordstrom Rack, like booyah. You can get some jackpots in there. For commercial, shoes are going to look a little bit different. They typically like things like a flatter heel, maybe some flats, some sandals, wedges. They like closed toe tennis shoes, usually shoes that aren't branded or that have logos. So, again, think Target for commercial shoes. They have a ton of those, what some people would consider quote unquote off brand shoes in commercial for ads and whatnot. They love those types of shoes, and trust me, they will go a long way for you. Make sure your shoes are clean, please, in good shape. I received a recommendation actually from the workshop that people could keep their shoes in, of course, the boxes or place them in Ziploc bags to avoid cuffing them when they are in your bag. I heard from the model coach that, someone that she knew didn't get booked again for having dirty shoes. So I don't want you to be that person, please. Some people also don't wear their model shoes at all outside of modeling. So they literally have a designated area for all of their model shoes to keep them nice and tidy and neat and clean for when they do need them for shoots. The more the better. Bring a variety of shoes, again, based on the particular shoot that you'll be doing. The directors or the stylists will have more to choose from, and they will truly appreciate you for bringing those options for them. All right, we are going to go into shirts, pants, and shorts. Again, depending on the shoot, you'll want to pull specific items for the theme. Usually, you want to have for shirts a basic solid black and white shirt, long sleeve, short sleeve shirts. You may want to grab some shirts that truly complement your face or your skin tone, your face too, your skin tone. So choosing shirts with a nice color that complements your skin. Some textures, probably like a plaid or a shirt with stripes, not too much. If it's a lifestyle type of shoot, grabbing a plain sweatshirt with no logos, maybe a couple of jackets or cardigans, a couple of plain blouses as well. Trust me, again, Target is your best friend. I've literally bought items from Target or even Express if it's a type of shoot that needs more higher quality, professional type of items, and I've returned them after I was finished. Look, there is no shame in that. I have been there. Most times, a lot of even stylists do the same for the shoots that you are in. Pants are also super important, like shoes. Sometimes a brand or the stylist will have a ton of shirts for you, but they may not always have pants because, especially as like women, our pants, depending on the type of designer, we could be in a different size or it could be too big, it could be too small. And it's really nice to have a couple options that you feel comfortable in. Having a couple of plain, non ripped jeans that are dark wash and light wash are nice, a pair of distressed jeans, a pair of black pants or jeans, or any other solid type of pants that you have. Even throwing in some texture and color. Maybe you have a pair of pants with simple polka dots in there, for example. Shorts are pretty much going to be the same for the tall and curvy girls. Sometimes our shorts can really rise up and they become booty shorts. So making sure you even try them on the night before, sit down to make sure that it doesn't rise up too much to the point where it makes you feel uncomfortable walking around. Overall, you do want to feel comfortable in the clothes that you do bring, tops and bottoms, so that you don't bring something that you're going to easily sweat in or it doesn't hug your curves like you want. Bring the items that you know will make you feel confident, sexy, like boom, ready to go on set. The last tip that I will give you on clothing is to always arrive on set with your first choice based on the theme that you're booking or shooting within. Stylists and directors really appreciate the effort that you put in when you're making that decision coming onto set, and may even decide to keep you in that outfit, which has happened to me so many times. Like, it saves them a ton of time. And the more time that you can save these directors and stylists, they will remember you. Accessories and makeup. This is really fun and could also be very useful to have handy for you on set. For hair, literally the smallest of things that you can imagine: bobby pins, hair clips, hair ties, a brush, a comb, gel, curl products for my natural peeps, a small hair bottle filled with water in case you need to refresh your curls or slick anything back, flyaways, a headband to pull your hair back if needed as well. For makeup, foundation, I'm going to emphasize foundation. For us Black models, people of color, I cannot stress this enough. Please bring your own foundation. Go to Target, grab e.l.f. or NYX brand of foundation that matches your color. Bring it with you on set. The industry is improving, but there's still so much work to do around color matching. And we don't want you looking, off out there. We want you to look pretty and confident and not have to stress or worry about a makeup artist not color matching you correctly. So bring your foundation. An eyebrow pencil is nice, makeup wipes, powder. Honestly, just bring the whole makeup kit. Bring it all. Just in case. A nail clipper and nail polish remover is also handy, just depending on if you do have polish on. They might ask you or want you to take off the current color. I don't wear a lot of like acrylic or gel too often, but so I typically come with just all natural nails. So it's a little bit easier if you do have no polish, if you already have some sort of nude color. But also, if you're wearing acrylic, I would say, especially for high fashion, they typically like shorter nails, and especially for commercial. False lashes is super helpful as well to have on set. Other fun items that you want to consider adding into your model bag: snacks are really nice to have on handy because a lot of teams typically don't have snacks. Most of them actually do, but in case you get hungry, you want to have healthy snacks like apples and oranges and nuts, something that's going to keep you nice, light, and energized, and not maybe cause any super sleepiness or bloatedness. If you like to journal, bring a journal, a book, laptop. With the electronics, just be careful and just be aware of your surroundings. Headphones, phone charger. Consider a portable phone charger. Oh my gosh, I literally got one from Five Below for like $5, and it's a lifesaver because especially when we are on set, we tend to just be on our phone scrolling, or we're listening to music, or we're listening to podcasts, and that takes up a lot of batteries sometimes if you're on set for 10 hours. So a portable phone charger will be really helpful for you. Model related items such as your comp card, your model resume, business card, and or full portfolio. Again, you might be bumping into other actors or actresses or models. And so having those things on hand could be super nice to market yourself and network. I've also seen actors bring card games or other fun games to play with others too. because again, you're sitting for hours and you're just waiting. So that's a good moment to just bond with other people too. Like I said, you are basically going on vacation every time you are coming on set. So if you bring these items, I promise you, a lot of people are going to appreciate that extra detail and effort you've put into your model bag, a lot of the time that you saved them. And a lot of models are going to be like, dang, you, sir, you got it all. Yep, I do. I actually need to get this. But you could also consider investing into a roll bag, literally like a suitcase or a mini suitcase. I'm so tired of carrying like 3 bags with me every single time on set. And it's worth buying it to save your back and even look more polished and professional too. Lastly, I was reminded throughout the workshop that it's really helpful to grab items as you go, as far as like purchasing different clothing items and shoes here and there when you have the extra cash. You are your biggest investment, and the more that you invest into you, the more that you will thrive in this industry. When you see it, just consider grabbing it, even if you don't know when it will be used. Now, for my splurgers, I hear you. You might get a little carried away, but maybe pick up the discounted items or put some boundaries on that for yourself. Or maybe every paycheck you're grabbing 1 or 2 items here and there from Target or from Express or online, wherever else you like to shop. Okay, what else is in your bag? Please spill the beans. I'm so interested in knowing what you found helpful within your career that you do include in your model bag. And in general, I hope that these nuggets were helpful for you as a model, for any of you that are wanting to get into modeling. And then if you're wanting to share this to a friend or someone else that you know that's super interested in this. And yeah, let's keep learning and growing together, because this was actually a really fun episode for me to record. Well, as we are wrapping up, at the end of each episode, we recite affirmations together. Affirmations are designed to help you become aware of your personal strengths and values. When you are able to note your strengths, it can be a game changer for improving your self awareness and building confidence. So, repeat after me: I am thriving. I am enough. I am so damn beautiful. Well, thank you all for your time and for listening. Again, I'm so happy that I recorded this topic. It was really, really fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. I will be dropping an episode once a week, so please follow me to stay alert on those new episodes. And also follow me on Instagram so we can stay connected. I'm on Instagram as at RisaSnugs, RisaSnuggs, where you will also find additional fun content. Okay, bye. Love you all. XOXO, and see you next time.